So stop spreading your business across apps, whiteboards, binders, platforms. It's exhausting, it's expensive, and honestly, it's unnecessary.
Number 2! Man. We back at it with another podcast. Right. Man, I'm disappointed in the state of the world, man. I'm disappointed I thought I lived in a better, and again, I know I read the comments. Yeah, I'm a comment surfer. I read the comments. I know that there are good people, just as much. There's more of us than there are of them, but they overshadow what we intake media-wise, that it spills over into our public life daily. So I can say that this doesn't affect me as much as possible, and I can try to disconnect from it as much as possible, or disconnect from it as much as possible. But inevitably, because this demonic force that is in the current world at this time is so strong that it trickles over and dives over into our daily lives. What am I talking about? Well, a few different things. The main thing and the reason for this video that you see down here below is that, man, in America, you're presented, there's supposed to be multiple parties, right? The Green Party, the Libertarian Party, the Tea Party, so on and so forth. However, these parties never have any real footing or leverage in government, in media, in nothing that's mainstream. So really what you're left with is a two-party system of left, right. The left says the right does this, the right says the left does this. The left calls the right racist and white men with privilege, white women and men with privilege, but then the right calls the left a bunch of lesbo, gay, LGBTQ plus IA, murderous, race pandering psychopaths. I'm aware of the narratives. I'm aware of what is the perceived notion. You had to speed that up. So I'm aware of what's going on, right? Or at least what's being said. But if any objective person can take a step back and just sit back and just say, hey man, whoa, what the frick? Both of you guys are some psychopaths. Both of you guys want us to get so riled up to where we actually go bring physical harm on people. This is a dystopia. I didn't believe it at first, but I'm starting to believe the narrative that this, it's not even that I didn't believe it, it didn't affect my daily life per se. It's affecting my daily life at this time. I mean, it's infiltrated my household. So we're going to react to a video. Actually, my grandfather, I saw him watching this video this morning because we are a family house. It doesn't matter how old you are. I do think that family can live together. When I have a wife, my family will live with my wife and I. Of course, we need enough space to accommodate that, but love conquers all. That's another video. But anyways, so my grandfather was watching the video, and he's an educated man. He's not a dumb man by any means, but I'm seeing this video, and I heard it this morning, and I was just like, what is he listening to, dude? This has to be an insane person trying to get my blood boiling. So that's what we're about to listen to. Fair use. This video comes via IHIP News, IHIP News, and the title is called Elon Musk. Excuse me, I gotta adjust the camera. Elon whining on TV because everyone hates him. So,
untreated.
Yeah, that's what that's about. And here we go. I'm gonna attempt to make it through this whole video. I don't suspect that I'll be able to. I mean, it's exhausting, man. It's exhausting. To know that I've grown up and I've been and I lived and I've eaten and I've been looked at and I've had to deal with these type of people, before. But just to know that these type of people are actively trying to get you, trying to possess your mind. That way they can affect your soul. That way they can control you. Like, why are you telling me this information? What constructively are you trying to do to better humanity with your rhetoric? And again, we're all entitled to our opinions, but again, I'm talking about the mainstream opinion that is being pushed out. I kind of think I'm talking a little bit too long, but this is my channel. This is what y'all gonna be here for. So, my opinion. This is my opinion, but I will get, let's get to the video.
Untreated drug addict and welfare queen Elon Musk is having another stage 5 meltdown, both on his platform X and in his safe space, Sean Hannity on Fox. Let's hear what he had to say last night to Sean.
It's really come as quite a shock to me that there's this level of really hatred and violence from the left. I always thought the left, or the Democrats, were supposed to be the party of empathy, the party of caring, and yet they're burning down cars, they're firebombing dealerships, they're firing bullets into dealerships, they're just, smashing up Teslas. Tesla is a peaceful company. We've never done anything harmful. I've never done anything harmful. I've only done productive things. So I think we just have a deranged. There's some kind of mental illness thing going on here, because this doesn't make any sense.
How can he be so breathtakingly stupid and lack self-awareness?
Did you know that you could be generating 10 grand a month by simply teaching other people what you already know, extract that?
How can
Yes, partially because of the the Nazi salutes. They were Nazi salutes. Bro.
he be so
Anyways, I'm not the biggest fan
breathtakingly
because of that. And also,
stupid
I'm not
and
the biggest
lack
fan of
self-awareness when this man
foreign people coming over to my country having a say-so in my life? I'm just not a proponent of that. And he's done I think a lot of good stuff too, but again, he's also had some kind of racially charged rhetoric in relation to where he's from, South Africa, which has a just, if not a little bit worse or equally worse, history of blatant hate and dissent towards indigenous brown people, just like America, just like a lot of the world. But anyways, outside of that, I completely agree with his statement that there is a mental illness going on with a lot of these people, man. The left are mentally charged, bro. Like, you got to be mental, man, for some of the stuff that they believe in. You have to be mental, dude. You have to have something wrong with you to really believe what they believe in, and on the right to really believe that you're right and that no one deserves anything that they didn't earn or work for, when 90% of the wealth that is earned or generated in this world, this country, my numbers might be off a little bit, don't quote me, but it is around the statistic when 90% of the wealth that is generated is passed on or inherited wealth. And a lot of these wealthy people that you see nowadays are these Fortune 500 business people, are these people with business, are these affluent people. They were given opportunities. So these people are deranged, man. These people are evil, man. And I do agree with that sentiment. And let's see what this person has to say. I'm not going to attack her like she's attacking this guy, but I mean, these are the people that have influence, man. Listen, let's look at it.
This man does 2 Sig Heils and calls people the R word on his platform. He promotes all of this misinformation and disinformation. He completely excuses the January 6th insurrectionists. He completely supports a convicted felon named Donald Trump, and he wants to lecture us on empathy. Nobody likes your swastikars because nobody likes you, because everybody understands that you and Donald Trump made an agreement to keep each other out of prison. It's no surprise to anyone that the very first thing you did after Trump won was race into all of these agencies that were investigating you because you're a con man and you're a parasite. And the only reason that you're a billionaire is because of this country and this country's taxpayers. You would have never done it on your own. But let's hear what Elon Musk had to say to Joe Rogan about empathy.
Fundamental weakness of Western civilization is empathy.
You know what? We agree. We agree that the weakness in fighting MAGA is empathy, because we feel no empathy for those of you that have no empathy for anybody except for yourself. Triple Trumpers all across the country are finding out, well, wait a minute. I thought this was just going to happen to other people. I didn't know that I was going to lose my job. I didn't know that I was going to lose my benefits. I was going to lose my job. I didn't know that I was going to lose my benefits. And they're all finding out. Everybody's entering this find out phase.
She's being very charismatic, right? She's playing onto the emotions of those that don't identify with the right rhetoric in relation to conservatism of American first, really American European, white European Eurocentric values. So she's going against that, and for people that feel as she does, so she's playing into that, and so it sounds very charismatic at this time, but again, let her cook. And you know, she's saying some things that I don't disagree with in relation to you know, the hypocrisy of Musk's statement. You know, a man is not perfect, but he is put himself on the front center of the world due to his philanthropic pursuits. So he is certainly not prone or excused for criticism. So at this time, you know, we're inclined to agree with her.
Not handle it. Here he is crying on Twitter last night, put up the slide. I saw the clip of him at the inauguration, rolling his eyes back in his head, tripping balls, handle it. This man was being crying on Twitter last night, put up the slide to Trump's my companies make great products that people loses, and I'm going to go to physically hurt a long time. So why the hate and violence against me? He has found because I am a deadly threat to the government is spending more now than it did last year at this same time under Biden. All he's doing is wrecking our entire country for personal gain because he, per the Constitution, can't be the president. He wanted Trump to keep him out of prison. This is prison for a long time. He has found no waste. He has found no fraud. The government is spending more now than it did last year at this same time under Biden. All he's doing is wrecking our entire country for personal gain because he, per the Constitution, can't be the president. He wanted Trump to keep. Okay, now then she just said no waste, no fraud. But what about the billions, trillions? Again, don't quote me on the specific numbers, but what about all this money that we can't account for? That's just the power grab. This man has no empathy for anyone. And the situation with Tesla is this. When you're the CEO of it and you start doing Sig Heils and you're running around taking a victory tour about
there's 3 fingers pointing back.
The government is spending more now than it did last year at this same time under Biden. All he's doing is wrecking our. This man has no empathy for anyone. And the situation with Tesla is this. When you're the CEO of it and you start doing Sig Heils and you're running around taking a victory tour about firing veterans and taking away Social Security benefits from hardworking Americans. It's not a Ponzi scheme. Every single American has a huge chunk of their paycheck taken out every month, their whole lives. They earned it. It's their money. And you want to waltz over here from South Africa and then get all of these benefits and wreck our country. You have entered the find out phase. Here we have another video of Musk gaslighting about the alleged fraud that he's allegedly found.
Want to know why most new YouTube channels fail? It's because getting your first 1,000 subscribers the traditional
I think
not residential. This property was
Commercials are
33,000
so
square
important,
feet
but I can't
of
stand
office
commercials.
space.
Good
Got
for
this thing
entrepreneurship,
under
though.
contract for
Run
1.2
your ads,
million, and ended up
creative.
assigning this contract for one.
I think they're getting desperate because, I mean, the reason we're seeing this extreme amount of hatred and violence is because we're actually succeeding in getting rid of corruption and waste. If we weren't succeeding in getting rid of corruption and waste, they wouldn't care. But we are succeeding. Without President Trump, this would be impossible. So I'd just like to say, you know, it's only possible with this president.
Okay, the way everybody has to constantly compliment each other in this administration is nothing short of nauseating. Trump's so wildly insecure. Everybody has to say, oh, Trump's the best. He's so great. When Trump had the used car commercial for Elon Musk in the White House lawn, Elon's so great. He's so fantastic. If there's so much fraud, why hasn't there been an arrest? Why haven't you arrested anyone? Where are the crimes attached to all this fraud?
So again, it's nauseating, man. I might make a part 2 of this, but take a step back, man. Look left and look right, and realize that both those people yelling in your ear are trying to distract and cover your eyes from looking forward. Keep moving forward, man. I don't want it to sound too cliche just because I'm saying man and looking forward and all the cliche things of progress, but I say that in all sincerity. I say that in all transparency, to move forward with allowing your soul to be free and connect to a higher source, which I know in my faith as God, as Christ, but allow yourself to connect to the highest source so you can be pulled and elevated out of this low vibrational thinking that is being triggered by certain aspects of our society and people, certainly, that we cannot control. So in all sincerity, in all transparency, I mean it, honestly. Keep your eyes forward and observe, but don't allow yourself to be controlled. Until next time.